San Antonio starts right now.
The punishment phase continues in a deadly dog attack trial. We hear testimony from neighbors who talk about being afraid to leave their own yards.
Plus, teen dating can quickly turn into a harmful relationship without the victim realizing the subtle signs of abuse.
I became a lonely shell of a person.
We speak to a survivor who has dedicated her life to showing children the best ways to get out.
All right, we have that story, much more. And again, good morning to everyone out there. But we want to start with some breaking news from overnight. A police standoff on San Antonio's north side.
Patty Santos is live near Fresno Street right now, not far from Blanco Road, but we're going to get to her later on in the show, of course, with any kind of information. She's been there for about 45 minutes.
That's right, yeah.
So at this time, before we get to that, let's get to Justin Horn real quick. Again, the cooler temperature still making people smile today.
Yeah, it feels okay outside. It's not as chilly as it was yesterday morning. We're not going to get there. We're not going to get down into the low 60s, but maybe some upper 60s, low 70s here around San Antonio this morning. I want to show you the temperature map, and there's a diversity of temperatures here. So you got 50s and 60s up in the hill country. You go down closer to the coast, you got 70s, even upper 70s, an indication that moisture is starting to move in, because moisture, of course, will keep your temperatures a little elevated. We're at 73 here in San Antonio. We do have some clouds around too. It's not a bad start, but again, not as cool as yesterday. And temperatures will make their way up to around 86 by noontime. Low 90s this afternoon, so it is going to be a warm one. Partly cloudy skies. We are going to see some clouds coming in from Francine, but no rain with these clouds. And unfortunately, we've taken rain out of the forecast. And reason for that is because Francine is going to move a little bit further east. Right now, a tropical storm. Winds are at 65 miles per hour. It's moving north-northwest at about 5. But it will start to take a turn to the north and east. And really, the only impacts are going to be on the immediate Texas coast. And even those, I think, will be fairly minimal. Folks in Louisiana, though, they need to prepare for a pretty powerful storm here. This could be a Category 2 hurricane before it makes landfall along the middle Louisiana coast. We're going to talk much more about the path and what our forecast looks like. And by the way, it includes some pretty hot temperatures. That's coming up here in a couple minutes. But let's get over to RJ now. Some issues on the roads this morning.
All right, Justin, taking a look at your traffic authority right now, TransGuide traffic cameras as we get going with our 5 o'clock hour. I-10 at Foster Road on the far east side of town. We are seeing the traffic is moving along pretty good both directions there for all of our drivers on the east side of town. Good morning to everyone in that area. I want to show you a couple more of our TransGuide traffic cameras here and then let you know about an incident that we had overnight. Right now we're looking at 37 Southton Road, I-10 at 410. That actually looks like a new camera that we're seeing this morning here. 410 at Cherry Ridge on the northwest side. And actually that was an area that had a lot of activity earlier this morning as we have some overnight video into the station. This was a major accident that shut down the highway over at 410. And again, this happened overnight near 410 at Jackson Keller Road. And again, right now we're getting a little bit more information on this. Police say that a driver of a motorcycle was hit by someone driving a FedEx 18-wheeler. The motorcycle driver was then taken to the hospital in critical condition. So Loop 410 was shut down for a few hours, but reopened around 4 o'clock this morning. So we will continue to follow this story and much more on the roads as we get you going on your Tuesday morning.
Testimony resuming later this morning in the case of a San Antonio couple at the center of a deadly dog attack. Yesterday, in the first day of the punishment phase for Christian Moreno and Abelie Schneider, their neighbors described the terror they lived in as their dogs were always loose. More than 5 neighbors talked about never being able to leave their yard because the couple's dogs were always aggressive and had attacked before the attack where Ramon Nahara was killed.
And if you got very close or if you turned your back on them while they were barking at you, they would attack you.
One of them got me in the backyard in the alley while I was cutting the alley.
As for the defense, they questioned how many times the neighbors had called SAPD and Animal Care Services, and they all said numerous times, but nothing was ever done. That is part of their case as they seek probation for the couple. We are live streaming the punishment phase, and it will start up again later this morning around 10. Our very own Erica Hernandez, she's been on it for about a year now, will join us live at 9 to talk more about that first day of the testimony.
And tonight on the Night Beat, a KSAT exclusive with Ramon Najera's wife. She's never publicly spoken about that day, her husband of 45 years, and the way that her life was shattered after that incident. Janie Najera sits down with Steve Spriester to talk about her hero husband, Ramon, and how she was saying prayers as the entire violent ordeal played out. It's tonight on the Night Beat, right here after the debate on KSAT 12. A teen shot by San Antonio police officer is now on probation. Eric Cantu was shot in 2022 by former police officer James Brennan in a McDonald's parking lot. A year after that, Cantu was arrested in 2023 in connection to 2 felony counts of evading arrest. This morning, Cantu is pleading no contest. He apologized to the judge for his actions. The judge sentenced Cantu to 7 years of deferred adjudication. In addition to the fine, Cantu had his license suspended. Well, the San Antonio Police Department says that K-9 units can save lives when they're responding to emergencies, whether they're looking for narcotics, dangerous suspects, or missing people. So
they also say that training these dogs is a long and difficult process, but one nonprofit is in town helping SAPD's K-9 units and their officers. Our Devin Carb is here in the studio to talk about how all these things are happening. Devin, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, guys. This is some pretty specialized training that these dogs and their officers are going to be going through. Spike's K-9 Fund, they travel all over the country helping law enforcement officers and their police dogs get highly specialized training because they say, just like people, it's important that these dogs never stop learning. The nonprofit says it's worked with hundreds of dogs over the years, even across the country, outfitting some with protective ballistic vests. This week, they're teaching a Spike's K-9 tactical integration course, and it's going beyond normal training for these dogs. They're learning how to work hand-in-hand with SWAT teams for serious emergencies. Now, whether that's locating drugs or evidence, pursuing a dangerous suspect, or even locating hostages. Now, I spoke to instructor Steven Stoops. He was a police officer in Indiana for 20 years before he started training tactical military dogs in Iraq and Afghanistan. He says so much of training a canine comes down to a good attitude and a good relationship with its handler.
We pick a dog just like we'd pick a good policeman: open, good work ethic, and courage. And when we get that dog, then we marry these tactics up so we can use the dog as a location tool. Biting plays a very small part of what a police dog does. It locates and it dominates the adversary.
Now, these instructors are teaching 12 handlers, 6 SWAT members, and all their dogs in town throughout the next couple days, all for free and at no cost to the department. Now, coming up in the next half hour, I'm going to introduce you to one of the hardworking canines here in town and what a local San Antonio police officer says he took away from some of this training. RJ and Jaffney.
All right, thank you very much for Devin. For that, Devin, we're going to go back to that late breaking news, which we told you about earlier at the top of the show here. A police standoff on San Antonio's north side.
As we mentioned, our very own Patty Santos is live near Fresno Street, not far from Blanco Road. Of course, we're going to get to her right now. Of course, Patty, you've been there for about 45 or so minutes. What do we know?
Yeah, we just got some information from the sergeant on scene. They are involved in a standoff with a person that is inside their vehicle. This is why this matters to you. The area of Fresno Road, just east of I-10, it has been blocked off for several hours now, and it's going to continue to be blocked off for a few hours more. But they are working to try to resolve this before traffic really starts to pick up. Here's what we know. We know that the suspect that they're involved in this standoff with, they were actually looking for him. They were serving a warrant, a felony warrant for him. They were involved in a chase, a small pursuit, when the person got a flat tire. That is how that individual ended up here in this street. Right now, they've been trying to talk to him, trying to walk him through to get out of the vehicle. They believe he might be armed. They're just really trying to be very cautious with this individual right now. But they tell us again, they're going to try to resolve this as soon as they can to make sure that this does not impact the people that live here and also the businesses that are here. We're going to continue to follow this and bring you more coming up as we get more information. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you very much for that update, Patty. Well, the first debate between former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris is set to take place tonight right here on KSAT 12.
In just hours, Harris will stand 6 feet apart from Trump, their campaign trails intersecting on the debate stage for the first time ever. Trump is expected to arrive later today for what will be his 7th presidential debate. The mics will stay muted until it's each candidate's turn to speak, and Harris has spent the past week preparing with mock debates, while Trump just held a rally over the weekend.
That we should be prepared for the fact that he is not burdened by telling the truth.
Is anybody going to be watching?
The latest polling shows the race tied with just 56 days to go before Election Day.
Topics of discussion tonight are expected to include several things, including the economy, our southern border, and Protect 2025. That is an outline intended to guide the next conservative administration. And if it's like any of the previous debates, there might be some personal attacks as well. Aside from the list of topics, UTSA political science professor John Taylor tells KSAT what impact the debate may have on the November election.
It probably won't make that much of a difference in terms of moving the needle one way or the other in terms of support, because this election is relatively, if not really close. Could it sway a few undecided? Sure.
Well, one thing the debate could impact is voter turnout, especially here in Texas. You can read more about tonight's debate and check out our in-depth breakdown of the topics by going to the Vote 2024 page at KSAT.com.
And don't forget, you can catch the debate right here on KSAT 12. We're also hosting that in-person watch party at the Friendly Spot Ice House on South Alamo Street. The watch party will be from 7 to 10 tonight, which is the same time as the debate. We hope to see you all guys out there. And
yeah,
of course,
definitely want to hear everyone's opinion.
Yeah, and I hope the weather is going to turn out. I hope everybody's just having a good time. And again, this is one of those situations where I know politics can destroy families. We're all in this together, y'all.
Yeah, sit down,
it's a good time.
hang out with us and watch tonight's action. All right, y'all, 5:11 right now. We're getting you going on a Tuesday morning and 73 degrees outside.
We are looking back at the life of the legendary James Earl Jones, who died Monday at the age of 93.
And in the beginning, dating can definitely be fun, but things can quickly change. We look at some of the reasons why people choose to stay in harmful relationships and how one woman is helping people get out.
Live look at the city right now. Of course, we got some cool conditions coming our way. We got meteorologist Justin Horn with always bringing the good news. And of course, we're going to keep track of that breaking news, a look at the roads and everything you need to know right after the break.
So often we just hear the news story at the end, which unfortunately is usually tragedy, but there's a lot leading up to that.
It is your fault. Low self-esteem, hoping the abuser will change, or lack of dating experience. These are just some of the reasons why people choose to stay in harmful relationships. And get this, these relationships can start anywhere between the ages of 11 and 24. Now, one survivor has dedicated her life to not only helping our children understand when and the safest way to get out, but she's highlighting the subtle signs that can happen that leads up to that boiling point. Here's her story.
People are like, how do you talk about this? And I'm like, we're helping somebody. You know, how can I not?
Didi Saeed is talking about her lived experience being in an abusive 3-year relationship starting at age 16. He was her first boyfriend.
I thought that I loved him. I hoped that he could change. I thought maybe I could help him.
In the beginning, Saeed said things were great and she loved the thought of having a boyfriend. But that boyfriend soon took advantage of her eagerness to be with him.
Derogatory comments started. You know, first it was putting down my family or my friends, and then it was putting me down, and then there would be yelling or hitting or just anger for a while. And it was always that it was my fault. I had done something wrong.
She says he pressured her nonstop for sex, and the threats got more violent.
He threatened to kill me, literally took me to the woods and said he was going to kill me for talking to the wrong person.
Over time, Saida isolated herself from activities, the church youth group, friends, and family, just to make him happy. She didn't realize just how dangerous of a situation she was in until one evening, he tried to teach her one more lesson.
On the way home, he pulled off on a dirt road and he raped me. And a lot of people will say, how is it rape if you already had sex? It was rape, and it was not pleasant.
She was 19 at the time, and she was finally done.
I had missed out on so many things in high school from being hidden in this relationship.
Saeed says that her strength to walk away came from God and his true unconditional love. But even 20 years later, she felt shame and had not yet healed until.
And he put the Bible verse on my heart, as far as the east is to the west, I've forgiven you. And I knew that he'd forgiven me and I had to forgive me too.
About 8 years ago, Saeed started Positively Impacting Communities, which is a nonprofit on a mission to educating kids, their parents, teachers, and others about the subtle signs that lead to the severe violence in an abusive relationship. Things like mean jokes, aggressive behavior, false apologies, isolation, denial, guilt. She boldly shares her personal story and the research she's learned in presentations and a book she published called It Doesn't Start with a Punch.
You're not alone, and there's reach out to me. Send me an email. You're not alone, and people want to help, and God loves every one of us.
Yeah, so I have this book right here. She gave it to me, and it is a powerful book. And inside, there's extensive research and more statistics that can help teens and their friends and families know how to protect against the evils of domestic violence. And she also stresses ways to heal, which is very important during her presentations. Of course, if you want to reach out to Saeed or even get your hands on this book, you can visit this story at our website at KSAT.com.
Yeah, very important story there, Jeff. And hopefully anyone that sees that maybe in that situation can reach out and get some help as well. But if you or someone you know needs help, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline. That number is 1-800-799-7233. And right now on KSAT.com, we have been following stories about domestic violence very closely. You can find them in our section called Loving in Fear.
And she's watching right now, and I want you to know your story is so inspiring, I'm pretty sure it's going to help so many people out there who are watching this story.
Definitely should have a good impact out there for a lot of folks.
It is 5:19, 73 degrees outside.
Up next, how police are responding to this video right here. Newly released body camera footage of the detainment of Miami Dolphins star wide receiver Tyreek Hill.
And of course, we got our good old look outside at the city. Our roads looking great. Of course, Alex Gomez is out and about doing his thing. And of course, we're going to be keeping in with RJ, with TransGuide, to figure out what you need to know throughout your morning commute. Welcome back. It is 5:22. Now to some newly released body camera footage of the detainment of Miami Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill. It shows the Miami-Dade police officers pulling the star player out of his car and forcing him to the pavement before putting him into handcuffs. Police Director Stephanie Davis said that the tape would normally not be released while the investigation is ongoing, but she wanted to demonstrate the department's commitment to transparency. The video shows Hill received citations for careless driving and failing to wear a seatbelt, but was never arrested. One officer was placed on administrative leave.
Yeah, a lot of people talking about that story this morning. We will see how that continues to play out. Taking a look here, 3537 downtown area traffic looking great. If you're about to step outside right now, same situation there, 37 at Southton Road. And then we give you one more look here at I-10 at Loop 410 because that's been a little bit of a trouble spot that we've seen over the past couple of days with ongoing construction in several parts of the city. We know all about it, but everything is looking great at the moment, y'all. And yes, it was still feeling pretty good. I know it's going to get toasty this weekend, but hey, we'll still take these nice, cooler mornings.
I mean, 73. We're kind of right on the line there. It doesn't feel as good as it did yesterday. That's for sure. And it is going to get warmer. We got to start with Francine, though. And this is still a tropical storm, but she's looking better and better. This is going to be a hurricane here soon, I think. This is the big picture. And yes, Brownsville getting some pretty heavy rain this morning. So that's one area that will see some decent rainfall out of this. But when you're talking Texas, that really is about it because of the path that Francine is going to take. Really is going to take a lot of the moisture away from even, I'd say, the middle Texas coast. So San Antonio will be left high and dry. But a little closer look here at the valley. I know we have a lot of family and friends down there. And yes, they are getting some heavy rain just right along the immediate coast. So South Padre Island, Brownsville. But that's as far west as it goes. So if you have family and friends, say in McAllen or Harlingen, they're hardly going to get anything at all either. And that's just, again, because of the path of this storm. So right now, winds are at 65 miles per hour. And this is going to start to take a northeasterly turn. And as it does, again, it will intensify. So there are tropical storm warnings posted for most of the Texas coast, but hurricane warnings are where we think this thing is going to make landfall there along the Louisiana coast. And there are also storm surge warnings to account for some pretty significant storm surge, we think, with this particular storm. So by Wednesday early morning, winds are at 90 miles per hour. And then by Wednesday afternoon, we've got a 100 mile per hour storm here, Category 2, making landfall there along the middle Louisiana coast before it moves up the Mississippi River and brings heavy rain to places like Memphis and Osceola, Arkansas, hometown of Jaffney Gray, getting some rain there. So it'll start to fall apart, but it is going to bring some heavy rain in spots, and you can see the rainfall potential there. Really highest along the Louisiana coast, and then again maybe 1 to 2 inches down there around Brownsville. Nothing, nada for us out of this particular storm system. 5 to 10 feet storm surge, by the way, along the Louisiana coast, so that will be a problem. You know, this is a low-lying area. Even New Orleans needs to watch out for this because the storm surge will be fairly significant. Outside right now, we've got 73, again cool, but not as cool as it has been. 63 Bernie, 61 Kerrville. Very quickly, our forecast today, noontime, 86, will be up around 92 this afternoon. It is hot, partly cloudy. We'll get some high clouds from Francine, but again, no rain. We've taken it out of the forecast. 92 tomorrow, 95 Thursday. Look at Friday, 97. And oh, by the way, the heat index will be up close to 100. So have fun covering Friday Night Football there, RJ. And then some small rain chances next week.
We don't have any games in the Dome, huh? No more of those? No. That would have been nice on a Friday. But yeah, stay hydrated to all our band members and football players out there.
526, 73 outside.
All right, Hollywood here. Morning, legendary actor James Earl Jones, guys. We look back at his life and amazing career coming up next.
Constant through all the years, Ray, has been baseball.
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take it away! I find your lack of faith disturbing.
You all know that voice. Hollywood, morning legendary actor James Earl Jones. Jones, who was known for voicing Darth Vader in Star Wars franchise and Mufasa in the 1994 and 2019 Lion King films, died on Monday morning at his home in Dutchess County, New York. But he was surrounded by his family. He was 93 years old.
Yeah, definitely an iconic voice. I was going to say also, don't forget Coming to America. Also, great comedy there. Arsenio, there you go. Of course, the great Eddie Murphy as well. James Earl Jones will definitely be missed.
Rest in peace. It is 5:29. We got 73 degrees outside.
Just ahead, what's next for a tow truck driver after he towed away a car with a little girl still inside? 5:32, welcome back. We'll get a weather update with Justin in just a moment. But first, Schaffney, let's get an update on that breaking news, a standoff we've been covering on San Antonio's north side.
Patty Santos is all over it. She has an update with us right now.
Yeah, the update is just about 15 minutes ago, this standoff finally ended. It had been going on since about midnight. We heard some pops, and that was followed by some smoke and several commands by police officers. And take a look. This is video of that suspect right there being taken into custody this morning after an hours-long standoff. Here's what we know. This is a man that's in his 30s. He was being watched by undercovers for a felony warrant. Now, they wouldn't tell us where this warrant was from, but they tell us he has a lengthy criminal history. So this is how they were watching him. They were following, and eventually they caused one of his tires to become flat. And that is how they ended up here at Fresno, just east of I-10. Now, for several hours, this stretch of the road was closed. Right now, they are clearing the area. It has impacted businesses that are here already, people that get here to start their work. But luckily, this has ended, so hopefully all of this is going to be cleared off here shortly before rush hour. That is the latest from the scene here at Fresno and I-10. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Patty, thank you so much. Justin, these temperatures.
Yeah, it's in the 70s this morning, so not as cool as yesterday morning, but still comfortable nonetheless. And I want to show you water vapor. This shows us moisture in the atmosphere. The air had been so dry, right? That's that orange color. We're starting to see that dry air getting replaced by slightly more humid air as hurricane, well, not hurricane yet, but soon to be Hurricane Francine, throwing some high clouds in our direction. And we will get some more moisture as the week wears on, which means things are going to be a little bit more humid. But of course, all eyes on Francine. And this is moving away from Texas, so the impacts here will be minimal. We'll talk much more about the track coming up here in just a bit. But I did want to get the pollen count in. Molds are high. 2,680. Fall elm high also at 2,300, and ragweed is low. We'll get a new pollen count in here in about 2 hours, and we'll pass it along to you as soon as we get it. Our forecast today, low 70s this morning. We top out at 92 a little bit later this afternoon. Partly cloudy skies, but no rain, and we'll keep rain out of the forecast, unfortunately, this week as temperatures really start to heat up. RJ?
And let's take a look right now with your traffic authority and take you outside with some of our TransGuide traffic cameras. First shot there, 410 at Starcrest, northeast side of town. Good morning to all you folks there. 1604 Green Mountain Road. Our drivers seen some pretty good conditions in terms of the roads right now as we take a look at 410 at Babcock as we are heading out to the near northwest side of town. We had an overnight accident that shut down 410 Jackson Keller for a few hours. That has been cleared out for now about an hour and a half. So everything else, according to our maps, is looking pretty good at the moment, and hopefully we see it that way. But we are expecting to see more drivers on the roads as we get closer to our 6 o'clock hour. Japhanie?
This morning, a tow truck driver could be facing child endangerment charges after he towed away a mother's car with a little girl still inside. This all began around 11 a.m. yesterday. The 5-year-old girl was later reunited with her mom at the tow truck company facility. She's believed to be just fine after that scary situation for her and her family. This happened at an apartment complex near Blanco Road and Lock Hill Selma. That's on the north side of town. The mother told police that she was within eyesight of her car when she parked it, left it running, and had the hazard lights on. She went on to say that she was waiting on a neighbor when a tow truck driver took her vehicle, allegedly without properly securing it. The mother, who is also 9 months pregnant, tried following the tow truck, but she suffered a medical emergency and eventually had to pull over and call police for help. Again, police are still investigating this incident.
Well, a proposed baseball stadium is stirring up some controversy this morning. Plans for the new ballpark for the San Antonio Missions along San Pedro Creek depend on redeveloping the land where the low-cost soap factory apartments currently sit at. Neighbors are making their oppositions heard.
I think for right now, we need to stay in soap factory. I think that's what we need.
Bottom line, is there any possibility going forward that the soap factory apartments stay in place?
This is a property that needs to be redeveloped.
And you saw there, that was some news there from late Monday night. Our Garen Berger also spoke with City Manager Eric Walsh. He said the vote will stay on Thursday's agenda, so there will be some kind of decision later on this week.
5:37. If you're walking outside right now, it feels great because it's 73 degrees outside.
Yeah, still feeling pretty good. We know it's going to get a little bit warmer as we get closer to the weekend, but we'll take it for now. Coming up, we're going to tell you about an apple juice recall where some popular brands have a higher level of inorganic arsenic than what the government allows.
Taking a live look outside with Live Cam. Thanks so much for waking up with us, San Antonio. We're looking great today. And again, we got so much more on the way. Do not go anywhere.
Coming up on 541 right now, while you hire someone off a vetting website that claims to feature certified professionals only, but then end up losing money or even having your property stolen.
Frustration right there. That is the scenario a number of San Antonio residents say happened to them after using the company Angie to find contractors.
After a woman on the west side hired a house cleaner recommended by Angie, the worker showed up late, then left, quote, in haste with a very nervous look about her. The victim returned home to find some of her jewelry had been stolen. The suspect was later arrested in order to pay restitution, the victim told KSAT, for items that were not recovered by San Antonio police.
This is the world we're creating. Introducing Angie.
In these promotional videos, Angie claims to match consumers with top-rated
expert pros,
allowing potential customers to get quotes on projects or connect with contractors by following just a few prompts. But a closer look at the site's frequently asked questions reveals that background checks are only performed on a company's owner or principal, not its employees. And as for whether a contractor is licensed, bonded, and insured, turns out that information is self-reported. Angie instead encouraging its customers to verify on their own whether someone they could potentially hire is actually licensed to do the work.
And that was Dylan Collier's latest investigation. Tonight on the Night Beat, we have Angie's response on its vetting process and potential pitfalls to avoid when hiring someone to work on your home.
Happening later this week, Doc Talk is going down this week. We're focusing on kids and health. Scan that QR code right there. You can type a medical question. Of course, any question that you'd like to have answered by a local doctor. They're going to be answering that concerning your child. And a local pediatrician will be here at KSAT to answer it. Again, Doc Talk airs every Thursday at 6:30.
All right, hard to believe, but it is already 5:43. We are rolling along this 5 o'clock hour. Here we go.
They call us Limp Bizkit.
73 degrees outside. I like that.
Limp Bizkit, right? Rolling. Yeah, there you go. All right, headed out looking at TransGuide. Things are looking good again. If you guys are on your commute, please stay safe out there. We're keeping it moving right here on Good Morning San Antonio.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stings that just will never come out. Going down in a rinse change. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy rinse and refresh, it's a dream.
Toss your basic toothbrush and try Philips Sonicare. Philips Sonicare removes up to 20 times more plaque along the gum line versus a manual toothbrush. Make the Sonicare switch today.
I'm obsessed with Olay's Retinol Body Wash.
With Olay Retinol Body Wash, 95% of women had visibly renewed skin.
Makes my skin feel so smooth and moisturized.
Olay Body Wash and Lotion. Discover yours.
5:47 right now in your morning consumer headlines. The Food and Drug Administration is recalling several brands of apple juice sold at retailers across the country. So make sure to check your fridge. The FDA says that the recalled apple juice has a higher level of inorganic arsenic than what the government allows. The apple juice was sold at a number of store chains, including Walgreens and Walmart. The brands include the Great Value brand. So far, no illnesses are linked to this tainted apple juice.
All right, this is for all of our ventriloquist fans out there. Comedian Jeff Dunham is coming to the Alamo City. You've probably seen his stand-up specials on Netflix or Comedy Central. His show at the Frostbank Center isn't until January, but tickets go on sale next week. We've got the information posted right now at KSAT.com. Just look for this article.
All right, yeah, Jeff Dunham, I know he's a big Las Vegas residency guy, so now we get a chance to check him out here. How about checking out the roads? 410 at Cherry Ridge, traffic looking pretty good as we are seeing a little bit more people out and about as we get closer to our 6 o'clock hour. I-10 Foster Road, east side of town. Good morning to you folks out there. I-10 FM 1516 traffic moving along pretty good throughout the entire city. Good news, of course, yesterday it was a little bit busy. We had some backups there, especially northeast side of town, but everything looks pretty smooth right now.
Well, I tell you, something else is smooth is the way our temperatures are going.
I thought the Justin
weather.
Horn is smooth.
Yes, it's called Smooth Criminal.
Yeah, I used to be smooth. I don't know if that's the case anymore.
You are a smooth criminal,
Hey, I appreciate that. All right, let's go outside for you. Yesterday morning, it felt so great. This morning, not so much. I mean, it still feels okay, but it's just not as cool as yesterday. 73 is where we are right now. 71 in New Braunfels, 72 in Converse. There are some 60s this morning. Kerrville's at 60. You may briefly fall into the 50s. But again, that's warmer than yesterday, too. And just a little bit of a breeze out of the north-northeast at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So you find the cooler stuff up in the hills. Comfort, 61. Las Maple, 65. And then it warms up as you get a little closer to the coast. 70s for San Antonio, Floresville, 73, 74 down there in Pleasanton. Now, here's the bad news. Temperatures are only going to get warmer from here. They climb into the mid-90s by Thursday. We'll be on the backside of Francine, and it's going to warm us up, I think. 97 on Friday, but look at the heat index, 100. So we get some humidity back into play, too. The rest of the week and the weekend, bottom line, it's going to be hot, and it's going to be fairly humid. Here's a look at Tropical Storm Francine. Winds are at 65 miles per hour. So this is a strong tropical storm, likely becomes a hurricane today. It could even be a little bit later this morning. And this is going to move north initially, but then it'll start to take a turn towards Louisiana. And that is where the bulk of the impacts will be with this particular system. It's not to say Texas won't feel a little bit of this. We'll get some higher storm surge, maybe 1 to 2 feet, but the biggest storm surge is going to be up here around Louisiana where this thing makes landfall. That's where you got hurricane warnings. And here is a look at the track. So the Hurricane Center thinks this will become a Category 2 hurricane near landfall by Wednesday afternoon. Winds of 100 miles per hour. And I got the question, why is it turning north and east? Well, it has to do with a system that's working across the middle part of the country. It's kind of pulling the system up and turning it to the north and east. And a lot of times we see that when you get these troughs coming across the country, they pull these systems up and drag them off to the north or northeast, and that's what's happening here. It'll weaken as it moves up the Mississippi River, but bringing lots of rain as it does to parts of Tennessee and Missouri. So here's a look at the futurecast, and this is just one model, but it kind of shows you how this will unfold as this system moves up towards Louisiana. You can see the impacts on Texas will be fairly minimal. But I am worried a little bit about the storm surge, even around New Orleans. But you got some really low-lying areas here. We know how Louisiana can flood. So this system, even though it's a Category 2, it's big enough to where it can cause some real issues before it weakens and moves inland. Unfortunately, we're just not going to get any rain out of it. We'll get a few more clouds next few days. 92 again today, 92 Wednesday, 95 Thursday. We talked about those hot temperatures going into the weekend. Heat indices will be there. I did get to add in some rain chances Sunday and Monday, but I wouldn't get too excited. It doesn't look like a great opportunity for rain. So as soon as we were rejoicing these 50s and 60s, summer's like, not so fast, my friends. Hold my drink. Corso, yeah.
Oh, it's okay. It's just like one of those horror movies when you think the bad guy is dead after you finally moved on, and you walk away and you turn around and it's coming right back at you. So
you're right.
Well, Mike Myers.
Yeah. It's not gone yet, but it's almost gone. You're gonna lose.
All right, guys. 5:52 right now. 73 degrees outside.
All right, stick around for this. We're gonna show you the moment a custodian got the gift of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Welcome back, guys. We got a good story here. This morning, Virginia man, now the proud owner of a Jeep Wrangler, courtesy of a group of teenagers. Students at James Madison High School in Virginia learned their favorite custodian, Francis, had a special place in his heart for Jeep, so they decided to find a way to gift him one for his birthday.
All right, this warms my heart in several ways because I'm a Jeep owner. I love Jeep Wranglers. Had them my entire life.
Look at them.
The teens ended up raising $20,000 through a GoFundMe account to buy my man Francis right there that red Jeep. They surprised him with that gift yesterday. Francis says that it is a day that he will definitely never forget.
That is so awesome.
Look at him.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I know
with emotion there.
Well deserved, man. Got that Jeep part of the Jeep family.
Yes.
Get some little duckies on your dashboard. All right. We're gearing up for this year's Head for the Cure 5K. It's going to be in a couple of weeks on the 28th at Providence Catholic School. It says that you can register right now by scanning that QR code on your screen, and it's going to take you directly to the website to register. Proceeds from Head for the Cure go to brain cancer research. For more information, visit our website and visit KSATcommunity.com.
All right, and can you believe that it's been 3 years since all of South Central Texas was last considered to be drought-free, and it is having an impact on seasonal fall favorites like the corn mazes. Streaming right now, meteorologist Mia Montgomery takes a trip to Hondo to see what should have been this season's corn maze. I know a lot of folks love to go out there. It's definitely a fall tradition. Not a great situation out there because of the droughts.
All right, up next is We've been reporting about parental stress being an all-time high right now. Why a federal program called Head Start is hoping to ease that stress with affordable child care.
Plus, a 5-year-old girl gets towed away while she's still inside a car. The charges a tow truck driver could be facing this Tuesday morning. And we want to let you know about this incident right now. Before we get to our 6 o'clock hour, this is going to be 281 northbound at Sprucewood Lane. And it looks like we have all the main lanes there blocked here after a crash earlier. So we're going to get you more updates as we get close to our 6 o'clock hour. Thank you very much for being with us on Good Morning San Antonio.